Greetings, travelers. Welcome to the first stream of the season where we don't have to have the little AC on. Maybe I'll turn it back on later during the day, but it is cool enough where I don't think I need to run it. It's very interesting. Today we are going to learn more. It's so awkward, it's so quiet. It's strange. We're gonna learn more about flatland BMX. We're riding in a 15 by 15 square foot area, and there are many maneuvers to continue to learn that take a very long time, it seems. If anybody has any critiques on any of these tricks I'm learning, I'm starting to get into this little section of I can't find how-tos on how to do these tricks. There isn't any how-tos, like there's how-tos on how to do single tricks or different ride-ins for the tricks, but with flatland there's so many variations of ride-ins and like switch foot and like then there's the brake stuff, and a lot of people don't run brakes anymore, so they do it brakeless, and then brakeless is different than having brakes. So yeah, anyway, we're gonna do that after we do a Bible study. I know these seem kind of awkward to do, but we're going to continue. Honestly, what keeps me motivated, and I know I bring this verse up so many times, but it's Matthew 5:16, right? If there's ever a day where I just don't feel motivated to do a Bible study, or just at least try and give any glory to the Lord Jesus Christ, right? I just think about all the sermons on Matthew 5:16. If you just Google Matthew 5:16, and if you I've listened to so many of them at this point, and it just always just keeps me motivated to somehow give the Lord Jesus Christ some glory in any degree. I guess that's what's weird about streaming, is you can kind of see all my mess ups and all my doubts and all all that stuff, right? It's kind of weird. It's a little strange, right? And it's a little strange right now not having any of the fans going, because it feels very... it almost seems it's like so quiet right now, huh? Like there used to be like this white noise, right? Anyway, we're going to... Today I just randomly did a... Today we're going to make it a little quicker. I haven't really done this on the stream, right? But there is a app. I mean, actually, it's not an app. It's actually a website anybody could go to. But it's called... What's it called? dailyverses.net. And it's just a random Bible verse generator, right? It's going to focus. Wait a minute. I might have to restart the stream. Why isn't it focusing? Okay, there it goes. Well, it's called dailyverses.net. And it's like a random Bible verse generator. What's actually weird is what I've been doing is the first thing I do, the very first thing when I open my eyes, it sounds ridiculous, right? But I go to this site and I click on a verse, right? Just go boom. And then, because the verse of seeking first the kingdom of God, right? I don't know how much for that verse in that degree. Like, I don't know if we should be doing that all the time in everything we do, right? I mean, I'm wondering, like, can we seek first the kingdom of God even in the mundane, right? Or, like, say even in BMX riding, Like, it sounds weird, right? But, like, the reason why I'm learning some of these flatland tricks is because other believers, I saw them doing it, right? Or there was something about the edit that promoted God even in the subtlest degree, and they did some sort of maneuver in there, or it was another believer and he did a combo of some sort of trick. And I'm wondering, is that almost seeking? Can that even be seeking first the kingdom of God? Like almost like taking inspiration from another believer, like almost as if they were trying to plant some sort of subtle seeds. I really don't know, right? Anyway, we're doing a Bible study on Ephesians 5:15 through 16. It says, "See then that ye walk circumspectly," which I have no idea what that means, "not as fools, but as wise, redeeming the time because the days are evil." Redeeming the time because the days are evil. Ephesians 5:15 through 16. Let's look at what the ESV says. I'm wondering if I have this one underlined in here. But after this Bible study, we're going to get into writing. Weird thing about these streams, I know like it's very strange that I'm doing these Bible studies in the beginning, right? But I'll be honest, like because I'm kind of streaming it, it gets me to do it. Because otherwise I feel like, because like what I would generally do, right? If I wasn't doing a Bible study stream thing, I'd kind of get like a little lazier about it, right? Like some days I'd be like, oh, I'm just going to read this verse and then just go about my day, right? But like, since I've kind of devoted this time as a little Bible study thing, I seem to be delving deeper into a lot more than I have ever really done, honestly. So let's see here. Chapter 5:15. Where is it? Oh, I didn't. Oh, no, I didn't underline it. Making the best use of time because the days are evil. So we need to learn how to make use of our time, right? I feel like that's another thing. Sometimes I feel like certain passages, especially within Matthew, about like not thinking about what we eat or not thinking about how we dress and stuff like that. I know it seems very out of the ordinary, right? Because I think in most people, especially me growing up, right, it was actually kind of strange because I remember like sometimes even going to church and like, you know how you'd kind of, or I guess, I don't know if everybody's like this, but I have noticed in some degree that, when you go into churches, some people tend to want to dress their best or be clean and stuff like that. And I understand why. I actually have asked this question on the internet, and they have said it's because we should be trying to give the Lord our best and stuff like that. That's what some answers I've received. That's what they basically have said. But what's also strange is that I feel like in those verses, it kind of seemed like the Lord Jesus Christ was just telling us like we shouldn't take any thought about that kind of stuff, right? I think James also brings up something about the church atmosphere, right? Or maybe not the church atmosphere, but just in the sense of believers. If somebody comes up and they're dressed very, they barely have any money to afford any clothing or to clean their clothing or anything like that, right? That we shouldn't treat them any differently, right? That's somewhere, I know that's somewhere in James, but going into, Ephesians 5:15, right, where it says, making the best use of time because the days are evil. Sometimes I wonder if the Lord Jesus Christ, is kind of almost like teaching us that we should be focusing more on, I don't know what it would be called, some sort of I don't know, how I see it is imagine there's an energy bar throughout the day, right? There's an energy bar, right? And there's an energy bar of thinking about things, of all this stuff. And I'm wondering if the Lord Jesus Christ wants us to be as most efficient as possible, right? So it's not thinking about what we eat, not thinking about what we wear. We shouldn't be in any anxiety, right? We shouldn't be, I feel like if these can become weights that, unseen weights during your day, right? And it ticks these little things of your energy bar, right? Whereas you could spend that energy, if you didn't really think about that stuff, you could expend that energy into, I guess, leveling up something more more efficiently, right? I don't know. That's how I sometimes view it, especially with the whole anxiety thing, right? There's so many times where I feel like if I was never in the Word, I know there's medications and stuff for anxiety and stuff like that, But to me personally, I found the best resolve for anxiety is just having the right word usage in your mind, especially from the scriptures, right? Because it seems like it's this, and it's also not only the scriptures, but also hearing other believers talk about it, and it's very interesting. There's so much lore. It's like it's always turning, right? It's always churning. Anyway, let's read a commentary on Matthew 5. I mean not Ephesians 5:15, right? Or 5:16. Or 5, okay, let's see here. Ephesians, man, it's so quiet, it's crazy. Ephesians 5:15 through 16. Commentary. It's kind of strange when I like write some of these ones in. It's like these ones like pop up. I'm like, well, I've never seen these websites. It's like, I guess some people just do commentaries for certain verses, right? So, let's see here. Okay, well, this is Ephesians 5:15 commentaries. Okay, let's read Ellicott's commentary. See then that ye walk properly how ye walk, circumspectly. The word rendered is properly, strictly, or accurately, generally used of intellectual accuracy or thoroughness, as in Matthew 2:8, Luke 1:3, Acts 18:15, Acts 18:28, 1 Thessalonians 5:2. Man, this dude has found that is a string combo right there. If you were to look up, see, that's the other thing I really enjoy about the Bible. There's just so many combos you can find, right? And those are the combos that this guy found. Okay, back to the commentary. The straightest sect of our religion, of moral strictness, the idea, therefore, is not of looking round watchfully against dangers, but of how seeing that is being careful, how we walk strictly, of finding out the clear line of rights, and then keeping to it strictly, so as not to run uncertainly in the corresponding passage in the Colossian epistle, in Colossians 4:5. A similar admonition has a special reference to those without, and bids us have a resolute, oh, there was a little typo right there, and bids us having, I think that was a typo, and bids us have a resolute unity of aim, a distinct religious profession amidst all the bewildering temptations of the world. Here it is more general. It bids men not to trust wholly to the general rightness of heart, in which the spirit is willing, but to be watchful over themselves, and to be a law to themselves, because the flesh is weak. That was very complex, I ain't gonna lie. That was very complex to read. Not as fools, but as wise. This still further explains the strictness, for wisdom is the practical knowledge of the true end and purpose of life. Okay, this is McLaren's Expositions commentary. Redeeming the time, in bold letters. Redeeming the time. Ephesians 5:15 through 16. Some of us have, in all probability, very little more time to redeem. Some of us have, in all probability, the prospect of many years yet to live. For both classes, my text presents the best motto for another year. The most frivolous among us, I suppose, have some thoughts when we step across the conventional boundary that seems to separate the unbroken sequence Man, I was like going strong without without a mess up in the sentence, right? That was probably the longest I went without messing up. But anyway, where am I? Separate the unbroken sequence of moments into periods. And as you in your business take stock and see how your accounts stand, so I would fain. What does that word mean? Fain. I've never even heard that word before. Fain? Fain definition? Is that like faint? Fain. Pleased or willing under the circumstances. Gladly, with pleasure. I have never heard that word before. I don't know if any of you guys have heard that word before. I've never. This guy is probably way back in the day because I have not heard anybody use that word before. I had to look it up. And it's such a simple word. It's just Fain. Okay, for you and myself, make this a moment in which we may see where we are going, what we are doing, and how we are using this great gift of life. My text gives the true Christian view of time. It tells us what to do with it and urges by implication certain motives for the conduct. That's kind of interesting. That little paragraph right there kind of reminds me of what I just almost like my own somewhat thoughts of the verse, right? About like this time management kind of thing, right? Anyway, oh wow, this is a long commentary. Holy Toledo. Am I going to read this whole thing? I guess I already invested it. I didn't think that they were going to write this much stuff for it. Oh well, we're going to go for it, okay? Okay, we have first what we ought to think about the time. There are two worlds in the New Testament, both of which are translated time, but they mean very different things. One of them, the more common, simply implies the succession of moments or periods. The other, which is employed here, means rather a definite portion, definite portion of time to which some definite work or occurrence belongs. It is translated sometimes season, sometimes opportunity. Both these renderings occur in immediate proximity in the epistle to the Galatians, where the apostle says, "As we have therefore opportunity, let us do good to all men. For in due season we shall reap, if we faint not." And again, it is employed side by side with the other word to which I have referred in the Acts of the Apostles, where we read, "It is not for you to know the times or the seasons," the former word simply indicating the succession of moments. That word stumped me 2 times already. The later word indicating epochs or crisis to which special work or events belong. Man, this guy has a crazy writing style. I almost like kind of don't really understand what he's really. I'm gonna be totally honest. I feel like he's using a lot of words, and I kind of feel like I don't know if I'm like understanding the whole gist of it, but let's keep going, okay? And so here, redeeming the time does not merely mean making the most of moments, but means laying hold of and understanding the special significance of life as a whole, and of each succeeding instant of it as the season for some specific duty. It is not merely time, it is the time, not merely the empty succession of beats of the pendulum, but these moralized, as it were, heightened and having significance, because each is apprehended as having a special mission and affording an opportunity for a special work. Now there are 2 aspects of that general thought, on each of which I would touch. The apostle here uses the singular number and speaks not of the times, but of the time, as if the whole of life were an opportunity, a season for someone clear duty. I feel like that's a typo right there. For some, anyway, let's keep going. Which manifestly belongs to it and is meant to be done in it. What is that? Question mark. There are a great many ways of answering that question, but even more important, perhaps, than the way of answering is the mood of mind which asks it. If we could only get into this as our habitual temper and disposition, asking ourselves what life is for, then we should have conquered 9/10 of our temptations, and all but secured that we shall aim at the purpose which thus clearly and constantly shines before us. Oh, if I could get some of my friends here this morning who have never really looked this solemn question in the face to rise above the mere accidents of their daily occupations, and to take their orders not from circumstances or from the people whom they admire and imitate, but at first hand from considering what they really are here for, and why their days in their whole sweep are given them, I should have not spoken in vain. The sensationalist answers the question in one way, the busy Manchester man in another, the careful burdened mother in another, the student in another, the moralist in another. But all that is good in each answer is included in the wider one, that the end of life, the purpose for which the season is granted us, is that we should glorify God and enjoy Him forever. Man, this dude wrote this crazy paragraph, and then he just leaves it so bluntly right there. I just can't help but laugh, that was just such a gnarly paragraph, right? And it's just so, the whole ironic thing about it is he said we should glorify God and enjoy Him forever, right? And it's just funny because I started the stream off of thinking about Matthew 5:16, right? Because I was like, oh, these are really kind of awkward to do, right? Well, we're gonna read Matthew 5:16 right now, okay? So it's actually cool. I like that. I like how it just all almost we went full circle back to the beginning of the stream when I started. No, I just find it funny. Okay. In the same way, let your light shine before others so that they may see your good works and give glory to your Father who is in heaven. Right. And I think he also is referencing, because he says, and we should glorify God and enjoy Him forever. I think there is, well, I know there is a psalm saying, what is it? What psalm is it? He says, I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever. I think it's Psalms 23. Is that what it is? I think it might be I might be wrong. Let's look at it. Is it Psalms 23, something about walking through the shadow, walking in the valley of the shadow of death? Oh yeah, it is. Okay, let's read Psalms 23. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He makes me lie down in green pastures. He leads me beside still waters. He restores my soul. Look at that, man. That is gnarly. He restores my soul. He leads me in paths of righteousness for His name's sake. Isn't that interesting, right? He leads me in paths of righteousness for his name's sake, right? Imagine you bearing the name of the Lord as a mantle, and the Lord is using you for His name's sake, right? He's putting you in these maybe absurd situations or embarrassing situations where you just need to be bold as a lion, right? And you just need to embrace the peculiarness or strangeness of where you're at, right? It's so simple, right? It's like David wrote it so simply, but I can think of so many it's so, I don't know, there's just so much substance in there, and it's I literally that was just literally three sentences. Okay, let's continue. Even though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for you are with me. Your rod and your staff, they comfort me. See, that's what always confused me right there. So is David bearing two staves or something? Is he dual wielding staves? Why does he have a rod and a staff? Maybe we'll look that up right now. Anyway, let me just finish this off. You prepare a table before me in the presence of my enemies. You anoint my head with oil. My cup overflows. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I shall dwell in the house of the Lord forever. That's a gnarly one. I have that one underlined 2 times. That one's a very famous verse. I'm pretty sure I'm actually wondering how many people that don't even believe have even just heard a little bit. I'm pretty sure everybody has heard, maybe not everybody, but a lot of people has heard, even though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil. Let's look up what does the rod and the staff mean, because now I know we're getting a little bit away because there's actually a lot more of this. Look at how much more of this commentary. Oh my goodness, there's so much more left. I don't know if I'm even gonna finish it, but let's look up what does the rod and the staff mean in Psalms 23? What does the rod and the staff? I've actually never looked this up. Staff mean in Psalms 23? Because I always just picture David. I mean, I know it kind of sounds a little cheesy, like an RPG game. Just David just holding like 2 staves, just like dual wielding them or something. I have no idea. But let's actually look. So this is at chrissongbelono.com. It's the first one that popped up. I don't know why it has that just as the first thing, but let's just read it. The symbol represents the concern and compassion that a shepherd has for his sheep. The rod conveys the concept of authority, power, discipline, and defense of the sheep. The staff represents all that is long-suffering and kind. A staff is a long, slender stick, often with a crook or hook on one end. Oh, okay, Got Questions has one. What are the rod and staffs in Psalms 23? This is on Got Questions. Holy moly, is this a... Okay, it's not a long commentary. We'll read it. Psalms 23 is a beautiful poem that uses the image of God as a shepherd. David, who penned this psalm, has been a shepherd himself and understood the parallel between the task of a shepherd caring for his sheep and of God caring for his people. Sheep are totally dependent on the shepherd for food, water, leadership, and guidance as they move from place to place, just as we are dependent upon God for all that we need. Sheep depend on the shepherd for protection from a wide range of predators and dangers. Just as we look to God as our protector and defender, in the New Testament, Jesus reveals himself to be the good shepherd of his people. John 10:11 and 14, fulfilling the Old Testament prophecy that God would come to shepherd his people. Ezekiel 34:7 through 16 and 23. Psalms 23:4, addressing the Lord shepherd, says, "Your rod and your staff." Oh, it's actually very interesting. So it's actually, because sometimes I actually think that it's David's rod and staff, right? But it's actually the Lord is the shepherd. It's the Lord's rod and staff. They comfort. So your rod and your staff, they comfort me. David bases this description on the practices of shepherds in his day. Shepherds of the time commonly carried a rod and staff as essential to their work. The rod mentioned in Psalms 23 is a symbol of the Lord's strength and protection. The rod was a sturdy wooden stick used as a weapon to fight off wild animals who might have hoped to make an easy meal out of the otherwise defenseless flock of sheep. I never actually knew that. So he is actually dual wielding. He's dual wielding staves basically, but one staff is a crooked staff, and the other staff is a some sort of club-looking staff. that's that's interesting, huh? And that's it actually makes me think. I actually had one of my buddies. His grandpa was a this gnarly like world class hunter, right? Now I don't really condone hunting and stuff, but he did use a lot of those animals that he hunted. He fed like villages and stuff like that, stuff. It was like crazy, like But he had this like relic of a wooden club from, I think it was like from Africa or something, and I think it was made out of this wood called ironwood. And you held this club, man. I like picked it. You could pick it up, and it's like it's this wood felt like almost like it was really really heavy. Like it almost felt like it wasn't wood, and I guess that's why they call it ironwood. But they make clubs out of it. So I'm wondering like if that's what like I can only picture a rod of having that, but the club was only about like that big, right? So you can only imagine having a big old rod thing, like rod club thing, man. That'd be crazy. Anyway, let's go on. The shepherd also uses the rod to help him keep count of the sheep with the flock, as alluded to in Leviticus 27:32. Young David recounted the incident to King Saul in which he probably used his shepherd's rod. Your servant has been keeping his father's sheep. When a lion or bear came and carried off a sheep from the flock, I went after it, struck it, and rescued the sheep from its mouth. That is gnarly. Imagine a lion or a bear. You going up in there, I think most people would probably run, maybe actually shouldn't be actually running away, because I think that's when a big predator thinks that you might be prey, right? But imagine doing the opposite. Imagine going up in there with your rod and just boom, just trying to freaking just go after it, right? I don't know if I could do that, I'll be honest. That'd be very, very scary. I mean, that's really gnarly actually, thinking about it. I went after it, struck it, and rescued the sheep from its mouth. When it turned on me, I seized it by its hair, struck it, and killed it. 1 Samuel 17:34-35. Holy Toledo. Can you imagine that? Like, I know it's just so, like, I know it's just such a simple little sentence, right? But, right, in Samuel, he's talking about, he's going up in there, man, with his rod, bro. Which I don't know what type of wood it was made out of, but... So, okay, so a lion or a bear. We have to picture this, right? What did this rod look like? I mean, was it just some sort of large mace thing? Because, I mean, it couldn't have just been like a little, like, it probably couldn't have been like this, or like a seat post thing, because you could not take out a bear or a lion with this thing. That thing had to have been like some crazy weapon, man. Like, to be, in order to kill a bear or a lion, man, like that's, I'm actually really curious what a rod of that, like that would be crazy to see. I'm thinking it's like some sort of, when I picture something that would be able to kill a bear or a lion, it would have to be like some sort of giant mace looking, almost like a sledgehammer looking thing. But it's like a staff or something. I have no idea. I really don't know. Anyway, let's continue. That was very interesting. I was not expecting to read that today. The staff mentioned in Psalms 23 is a symbol of the Lord's guidance and loving kindness. The staff was a long, slender stick, often hooked at the tip, used primarily to direct the flock. Sheep are notorious wanderers, and once away from the shepherd's watchful eye, they get into all sorts of trouble. Matthew 18:12-14. The shepherd used his staff to keep his sheep out of danger and close to himself. If a sheep became trapped in a precarious position, the shepherd would loop the curved end of the staff around the neck of the sheep and retrieve it back to safety. Now I do know about the shepherd's crook. The shepherd's crook, it's that iconic staff that looks like that, right? What they actually do is, I think, if memory serves me correct, I haven't looked at it in a while, but I'm pretty sure they they actually get like young shoots and they bend it into growing it that way, and then they cut it off, and it's like this, you know, they don't actually carve the stick like that. I'm pretty sure they grow it like that, and then they grow them like that, and they cut them like that. Okay, let's see here. And Philip Keller, in his book Shepherd Looks at Psalms 23, comments on the uniqueness of the shepherd's staff. In a sense, the staff, more than any other item of his personal equipment, identifies the shepherd as a shepherd. No one in any other profession carries a shepherd's staff. It is uniquely an instrument used for the care and management of sheep, and only sheep. It will not do for cattle, horses, or hogs. It is designed and shaped adapted especially to the needs of sheep. Together, the rod and the staff of Psalms 23 paints a picture of the divine shepherd who wields them. He is strong, competent, and trustworthy. He is present with his sheep, able to defend them and watch over them through all the dangers they face, knowing that they have such a shepherd who is ready to protect us from danger, keep us close, and rescue us as we go astray. Truly a great comfort to us, the sheep. Very interesting. Now, should I finish off that other commentary, or let me just see how much we have. Oh my goodness. Dude, how do you write so much, dude? This dude wrote so much for Ephesians 5:15 through 16. We'll finish it. I don't know if I'm ever going to read it again, so let's just finish it. Today is going to be a little longer, so I do apologize if anybody's just wanting to see the bike riding, right? I'm already this far in. This is a very, very long commentary. I thought it was... See, that's what's weird, is I look up some of these verses and I go, oh, okay, there's only like a one paragraph commentary. And then sometimes it's just, whoop, and it's just this giant commentary. And I'm like, what in the world? It looks like sometimes it kind of tricks you, because you're like, oh, it's just one it's just one paragraph. All right. And then it ends up being like 20 paragraphs. Okay, let's continue. Okay. I do not care whether you say that the end of which we live is the salvation of our souls, or rather you put it in other words and say that it is the cultivation and perfecting of a Christ-like and God-pleasing character. Interesting. Cultivation, I like that word. And by the way, the word cult in Latin means to grow. I know there's actually many... The word cult is actually very, very interesting. There's actually a lot of deep, deep lore on that word itself. And it actually gets derived in so many other words. You know, like difficult, cultivation. There's so many, culture, you know, there's so many... I think the main, in our 21st century views of the word cult, is you kind of think of this... you know, these bad cults that have sprung up. And from my own research on the word cult, it's actually it has some huge, rich, like very deep rooted things on many other words. And ultimately it means to grow. That is where the Latin word, you know, and cultivation is also another spring off of the word cult, right? And it's kind of interesting that they put it right here. But we have to remember that there are bad cults and good cults. You know, I think most people that think of the word cult they think of it as a bad word, right? But there's actually a lot of much more deeper meanings behind it. And I think that actually the weird thing was I actually did watch a documentary on Christianity a long time ago. And what was weird, what was very odd about it is that when the Lord Jesus Christ, when he was first starting his like ministry or something like that, right? The Roman authorities, and I'm pretty sure the Jewish leaders at the time, if this documentary is correct, they said that all these people thought that was a cult or something because it was growing, right? Something like that, I don't know. But take those words where you saw. I know it's in a documentary about Christianity. So let's see here. Let's read that again. and say that it is the cultivation and perfecting of a Christ-like and God-pleasing character, or whether you admit still another aspect, and say that it is the intention of time to prepare us for that which lies beyond time. Time is the lackey of eternity, and the chamberlain that opens the gates of the kingdom of God. All these various answers are at bottom one. Is that a typo? Huh. At bottom one, that doesn't make sense. Life is ours mainly in order that by faith in Jesus Christ we should struggle and do, and by struggles, by sorrows, and by all that befalls us, should grow liker him. Man, I wonder if that's a typo too. Liker to him, right? Should grow liker him. And so fitter for the calm joys of that place, where the throb of the pendulum has ceased, and the hours are stable and eternal. We live here in order to get ready for living yonder. And we get ready for living yonder when we understand that every moment of life is granted us for the one purpose, which can be pursued through all life, viz. The becoming liker our dear Lord, and drinking to our own hearts more of his spirit, and molding our characters more in conformity with his image. That is what my life and yours are given us for. If we succeed in that, we succeed all around. If we fail in that, whatever else we succeed in, we have failed altogether. But then, remember, still further, the other aspect in which we can look at this thought, that ultimate, all-embracing end is reached through a multitude of near and intermediate ones, whilst life as a whole is the season for learning to know and possessing God. Life is broken up into smaller portions and periods, each of which have special duty appropriate to and a lesson for the day. Now, many of us who entirely agree... Oh man, there's a freaking ad. Why is there an ad right there? I literally went over the... What in the world? No, I lost my place. I clicked on the ad. Darn. That was weird. That ad, I could not get out of the screen. Oh, I just lost my place. Darn. What in the world? Sorry, here, let me get back to this. If I can find it. Holy moly. That was weird. Where was we at? Okay, here we go. Life is broken up into smaller portions and periods, each of which some have special duty appropriate to and lesson for the day. Now, many of us who entirely agree theoretically in saying that all life is granted for this highest purpose go wrong here and fail to discern the significance of single moments. Today is always commonplace. It is yesterday that is beautiful, and tomorrow that is full of possibilities to the vulgar mind. But today is common and low. There are mountains ahead and mountains behind, purple with distance and radiant with sunshine. That was cool. I like that. And the sky bends over them and seems to touch their crests. But here, on the spot where we stand, life seems flat and mean and far away from the heavens. We admit the meaning of life taken altogether, but it is very hard to break up that recognition into fragments and to feel the worth of these fleeting moments, which, because they are here, seem to be of a small account. So we forget that life is only the aggregates of small present instance, and that the hour is 60 times 60 significant seconds, and the day 24 brief hours, and the year 365 commonplace days, and the life 60 years and 10. Brethren, carry your theoretical recognition of the greatness and solemnity of the purposes for which life has been given here into each of the moments of the passing day, and you will find that there is nothing so elastic as time. Man, this dude is a trip, man. I'm gonna be totally honest, I could never write something like this. This is gnarly. This is really gnarly. He really went in. I could never do this. Anyway, let's just continue reading it, I guess. And that you can crowd into a day as much as a languid 1,000 years do sometimes hold, of sacrifice and service, of holy joys, and of likeness to Jesus Christ, he who has learned that all the moments are heavy with significance and pregnant with immortal issues. He too, in some measure, may share in the prerogative of the timeless God. And to him, one day may be 1,000 years, and 1,000 years as one day. It is not the beat of the pendulum or the tick of the clock that measure time, but it is the deeds which we crowd into it, and the feelings and thoughts which ministers to us. This passing life draws all its importance from the boundless eternal issues to which it leads. Every little puddle of the paving stones this morning, a quarter of an inch broad and film deep, will be mirroring bright sunshine and blue with the reflected heaven. And so we may make the little drop of our lives radiant with the image of God and bright with the certainties of immortality. Man, that was gnarly to read. It was so weird. It almost got his commentary got it was kind of dry in the beginning, right? And then it got super very visually written, right? Very interesting. And I'm not even done yet. Look at this. Wait, how long is this one? Oh my goodness, bro. Dude, this is like a whole book. What in the world, dude? I might have to finish this on another day, dude. This is literally like a whole book I'm reading right here. I guess not a whole book, but it's there. This one actually definitely goes into one of the longest commentaries I've ever written on stream. I did not know it was going to be like this. Okay, well, let's try and finish it, right? I guess I'm this far in. Lastly, note the motives for this course. The apostle says, "See that ye walk strictly, not as fools, but as wise." That is to say, such limitation which buys the opportunity and uses it for the highest purposes is the only true wisdom. If you take the mean, miserable, partial, fleeting purposes for us, for which some of us, alas, are squandering our lives, and contrast these with the great, perfect, all-satisfying, blessed, and eternal end for which it was given us, how can we escape being convicted of folly? One day, dear friends, it will be found out that the virgins that were not ready when the Lord came were the foolish ones. One day it will be asked of you and of me, what did you do with the life which I gave you, that you might know me? And if we have only the answer, O Lord, I founded a big business in Manchester, I made a fortune, I wrote a clever book. that was most favorably reviewed. I brought up a family. The only thing fit to be said to us is, thou fool. The only wisdom is the wisdom that secures the end for which life was given. Okay, let's see here. Then there is another motive here. Redeeming the time because the days are evil. That is singular. The days are the time, and yet they are evil days, which being translated into other words is just this. We are to make a we are to make a definite effort to keep in view and to effect the purposes for which all the days of our lives are given us, because these days have in themselves a tendency to draw us away from the true path and to blind us to their real meaning. The world is full of possibilities of good and evil. And the same day, which in one aspect is the season for serving God, is in another aspect an evil day, which may draw us away from Him. And if we do not put out manly effort, it certainly will do so. The ocean is meant to bear the sailor to his port, but the waves rise up fair forms, siren voices, and sweet harps, and bright eyes that tempt the wary mariner to his destruction. And the days which may be occasions for our getting nearer God, if we let them work their will upon us, will be evil days which draw us away from Him. Okay, let's see. Okay, we have one more huge paragraph and we are done for the day. Let us add one last motive, which is not stated in my text, but is involved in the very idea of opportunity or season, viz., that the time for the high and noble purposes of which I have been speaking is rigidly limited and bounded, and once past is irrevocable. The old, wise mythological story tells us that occasion is bald behind and is to be grasped by the forelock. The moment that is past had in it wonderful possibilities for us. If we did not grasp them with promptitude and decision, they have gone forever. You may as well try to bring back the water that has been sucked over Niagara and churned into white foam at its base, as to recall the wasted opportunities. They stand all along the course of our years, solemn moments of our unfaithfulness, and none of them can ever return again. Life is too full of too lates. That sad sound that moans through the roofless ruins of the past. Like the wind through some deserted temple. Man, this dude writes crazy. I have never written... It's so weird. I'm pretty sure I've read some McLaren's expositions, but never one like this. This one is just so, like, out there, man. It's like, whoa, dude, this is crazy. Like the wind through some deserted temple. Like, he's just talking about time, like wasting time. He's going this deep about wasting time, right? Just all these interesting, like, man, this dude really put a lot of thought into this. It's intense, actually. I mean, I don't know if it's corresponding to someone listening to my own words, right? But I don't know. How I'm reading, I'm like, whoa, dude, this is intense. Too late, ye cannot enter now. The sluggard will not plow by the reason of the cold. Therefore he shall beg in harvest and have nothing. Oh, let us see to it that we wring out the passing moments their highest possibilities of noblest good. Let us begin to live, for only he who lives to God really lives. Life is given to us that we may know Jesus Christ, that we may know Jesus Christ, trust him, love him, serve him, be like him. That is the pearl which we bring up from the sea of time. What in the world? That is the pearl we bring. Oh my goodness. And he correlates it with the mariner. Holy moly, brothers. And anybody listening to this is gnarly, man. We shall not have been cast into vain, into its stormy waves. Do you take care that this new year which is dawning upon us go not to join the many wasted years that lie desolate behind us? But let us all see to it that the flood which sweeps us and it away bears us straight to God, who is our home. Now is the accepted time. Now is the day of salvation. That was a long... I think this actually might be the longest commentary I've ever read on stream. I did not know that I was going to get into that one today. Hopefully my stream's even working. Let's see here. Holy Toledo. That would really be bad if I just read that whole entire thing and it wasn't even working. That was literally an hour-long commentary I just read. Okay, it is working. I need to take a little breather after that one, man. Oh my goodness, my leg fell asleep. I'll be right back, and then we're going to get into the... Oh, so I need to blow my nose. Man, I made my leg fall asleep, dude. Holy man. I'm like a chair. I'm sitting on a curb. Okay. Let's do one of these card draw things. That was a gnarly commentary. Was that... I mean, to me, that was a very, very gnarly commentary. I mean, ultimately, let's just try not to... We gotta live, man. We gotta keep... I mean, it kind of sounds like that, the kind of cliche, the cliche thing that people say, you know, live each day like it's your last or something like that. Kind of reminded me of that quote. Like, what would you do if you would just, what would you do if every day you just died or something like that, right? Like, would you be doing what you normally would be doing or something? I don't know. Man, that commentary is crazy, bro. That one was a gnarly one, man. That actually has to be probably one of the gnarliest commentaries I've ever read. In terms of, like, I was not expecting it. It's kind of weird because, like, most of the commentaries, it's actually very strange now I think about it now. It seems a lot of the commentaries that I read nowadays, like, because I know that one was I think that was probably written way not in our modern times right now. Just the way it was worded. But if you read a lot of the commentaries, that are kind of like more modern, some of them actually tend to be a little bit more dry, right? I don't know why. I feel like that guy just had like a lot of fun. He was just that commentary. I really feel like that dude had some fun writing that. He was just like, okay, we're gonna go in, like, that's just what I'm thinking about. Like, I think that's cool, man. Like, I give him credit for, you know, just writing that out And just being cool with people, just reading that like that, you know? Not being like all self-conscious about what he wrote, or if he wrote something that he shouldn't have wrote or something like that. Okay, first card of the day. Island. Second card. Ooh, new Benalia. I think I actually might be able to play this one out today. New Benalia. Third. Regenerates. Are these even focusing? Regenerates. Fourth. Man, my camera's having a hard time focusing today. I don't know if it is really. Okay. Mist Raven. 5. Forest. Ooh, Personal Sanctuary. Interesting. That card's gnarly. Oops. It's actually one of the cards that inspired me to even do this thing that I'm doing right now. That's actually the weird thing, right? I know it sounds weird, but... 1, 2, 3. Oh wow, Stoneforge Mystic. It almost looks like that card. Stoneforge Mystic, last card. Mistveil Plains, wow. Mistveil Plains. I would play this one out, but I don't know, I feel like I'm kind of late. That one took an hour, bros. That one took a long time, so I don't know if I'm gonna play this one. We're just gonna do the draw and leave it as that. Even though I did get a lot of land, so well. Is this funk overheating? Nope. It's actually, I think, cool enough. I don't need to run the ice cube thing. Let me chug this coffee. Okay, let's see here. Who is this? Wow. Wally 3 down a set. I've never seen that before. Interesting. Intriguing. All right, let's do this. Ugh. Okay. We need zeal. Okay. Feels so weird. It's so quiet. We need some zeal. We need to be zealous for good works, right? So. Let's try and be zealous. What are we trying to learn today? Backyard no-hander. I actually think I might start going into backyard no-hander and maybe the swivel to backyard. I don't know, it's weird. I don't know why I can't land it already. Gosh, the trick's been taking me so long, man. I wish I could just get it down or something. Maybe I'm just messing up the scuff. I think I need to learn how to land it. So maybe I should like take some time and just learn how to just get out of the backyard. Because I think that's what I'm maybe messing up on. Is that... Yeah. Wait, I'm missing one of these armor piece things here. I'll be right back. I need to get it. Okay. I guess I'll try and do more of the boomerangs today too, because we did manage to land the boomerang track stand to foot jam boomerang. I think that's what it's called. I kind of don't like the foot jam boomerang because it's like you're not like outside of the bike. Okay, let's see here. Let's put some music on. Put this thing on the charger. There we go. Oh, I forgot there was that one playlist that we were listening to. Let's see, I'll listen to this. I need to check my PSI. Is this the playlist? I don't think it's the right playlist. far in. All right, back here, no-hander. I need to learn how to just land that. Come on. I think maybe that's what I need to do. I need to just like maybe not focus on the no-hander and just learn how to land this thing. So I feel like if I can't even land it, then just doing the no-hander is going to make it that much harder, right? This trick is freaking hard. Come on. Let's see how they're doing it, man. I wonder if it's just my bike geometry. It might just be my bike geometry at this point. I don't know. Oh, see, I almost landed it right there. So I just want to do that. Just get out of it. Like that. What the heck is that? Oh, spook. Get out of it. Man, I'm just not good at that thing. It's just brutal. Let's just try and do the no-hander now. See if I can land the normal one. I feel like now it's at this point where if I'm just going to land it, I might as well just do a no-hander, huh? It's just so hard to land for me. Which I don't know why. It should be way easier, I feel. But it's freaking hard. I'm stuck on it. I think it's just the hand switch off. You're just gonna get really fast at this. getting worse at it. I don't even think I've taken my hands off once today. I at least got to do it once. This trick is hard. It's like, this is starting to shoot up now. It's like one of the hardest tricks I'm trying to learn, I feel. I'm really stuck on it. It's weird, I can't even take my hands off today. I'm stuck. These odds one. Brutal. Crazy. Like super control. I mean, that's actually another trick I kind of want to learn. Fire hydrant to fakie decade or fakie 25, or just squeaker, or even just. I wonder if you. Oh, I wonder if you could go into track stand to squeaker. Oh. I just learned a new trick. Track stand to squeaker. That's crazy. Oh, it's so squeaky. Bro, we just learned a new trick today. Track stand to squeaker. You can totally do like a whole bunch of combos from that. Humid in here now. It's humid hot. man. I wonder if you could do like, oh, you know what? I wanted to learn the Vader hang 5. That's another one that I needed to learn. Because that gives the Infinity hang 5. I wonder if you could do like fire hydrant, squeaker. Huh. Fire hydrant, squeaker, backwards hang 5 to Vader hang 5 to fire hydrant. Somebody said something. Can you turn off the autofocus? No, I don't think I can. It's just something built into the phone. It's weird. My crank is super squeaky right now. Gonna start getting that one. I think today might be just Vader hang 5. Well, I'm just gonna try and learn it, right? Vader to hang 5. I'm surprised there's not a how-to on how to do this one. Ooh. That one felt like I could have went to another hang 5 for a split second. Maybe that's what I should try. Double whiplashes. I've never done one. Or even just a whiplash and a half. I wonder how they do that, man. Like, they do it so easy. If any of you guys have any tips on how to do multiple whiplashes, I'd love to hear them. Like, what am I doing wrong? Like, I feel like there's something I'm doing wrong, and I don't know what it is. Oh, maybe that's what I need to do. That's exactly, I think that's what I need to do. Because you know how I always put my foot on the pedal? I need to just not be doing that at all. I need to always just be putting my foot on the peg. Yeah, that's what I need to be doing. That's what I was also trying. Decade, fakey, decade. Oh. What about a windshield wiper to decade? I've never done that, but I think it seems like it would be doable because it's like getting into a fire hydrant, right? They got him right there. Bar spin, peg wheelie, bar peg wheelie, lard yard, briefcase bar spin. I haven't really done it with a seat. Oh, I'm really bad with it with the seat for some reason. It's like super slick. Oh, it's weird. I can't do it with a seat. It's like hot in here now. I thought it was like kind of cool. It's like hot. My bad, I haven't seen the chat. You think we know? Do. Bro, Jacob's gnarly. Wow. Jeebus, holy moly. Hopefully all you guys are doing good out there. Kind of feel like I'm struggling today. I haven't really landed anything. I've really been working on the hang 10 no-handers. Oh, it's flipped over. I wonder if that was a pretty good hang 10 no-hander. Felt like I kind of extended it out, but I'm going to stream mark that. That was the only thing I've landed today. How do I get to the stream manager? Alright, let's see. Okay, here we go. Stream manager. Okay. Stream marker added. Oh man. Yep. You guys are doing good. Hopefully, I wonder if the autofocus is really weird today. I think it might be. Man, I thought it was like cool today. It's like freaking like humid. Okay, it's break time. Let me get some water. 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 Bro, how do flatlanders get their tricks consistent, man? Oh my goodness. It is hard, man. I don't know, maybe I'm just bad at it, but oh my goodness, bro. I don't see like how they get it consistent. Like it's gnarly, man. I guess just time, right? Just a lot of riding. Oh, I wonder if I can make this a dread. Oh, no, no. Let's see, what combo should I be learning? Is there a land in here? I think it is. Oh yeah, that's what I was gonna maybe try and learn. That looks crazy. How do you do that? Yeah. Oh, you know what? I want to learn this one too. Regular lard yard to sticky. I know how to do that one. This peg's all messed up. Darn. Oh, that's super loose, darn. really messed up. Oh, I didn't even need to do that. Oh wait, maybe I could put a spacer in there. That's what I do. You find a spacer. Who the frick is a spacer? No. I do not know where a spacer is. There we go. Now it should work. Yeah. Perfect. Looks like I'm gonna throw in like 2 spacers or something. think that's going to work. Sketchy. This is like barely hanging out. Oh, it is. It's bad. This thing's so stretchy. My back wheel's like barely hanging on. It's so strange. I should take a leak out of my chain. I'm always messing something up on my bike. Something's always breaking on me. That's right. Boom. Perfect. Should work now. Hopefully I fixed it. It's sketchy. It's kind of frustrating. Just like always having to mess up parts and fix them. Okay. And I think we have enough slack so we can do kickflips. Boom, there we go. Ah, fixed it. We always say that. Oh, people, sorry. I haven't looked at the chat, man. I apologize, dude. I've been getting frustrated with this freaking bike. I had to fix this wheel up, and I thought I just messed the whole wheel up, so I was all tripping out for a little bit, but it's all good. We fixed it. Stuff again. I guess not really. Machine's super loose. This wheel's weird. It's like moving on me. For some reason my stream's been weird. I can't watch it on. Normally I'm watching the stream on the tablet so I can see the chat. For some reason it's not working anymore on the tablet, so I haven't been able to like look at the chat. Normally I'm seeing the chat right, but now I have to like do it old school and like look behind the phone. So I've been missing people's chats when they try and talk to me. For some reason this chain is just super loose. Not good. What the heck is that? Huh. It shouldn't be that loose. It's like really loose. That was really loose. It's weird, huh? See. frustrating. There we go. Oh yeah, fixed it. Man, sometimes it just takes a bit to just fiddle around with it. So I've been wanting to learn this ride-in, or this combo. It's super hard though. So regular foot gyrator to stick beat. The only thing is I have to like make sure my cranks are positioned in the right degree to get it to work. Pretty hard. I don't know how people do that one. So it's basically this to boom, like that. That's crazy. Crazy hard right there. I don't even know how they're doing it. I think I'm gonna like put some highlighter tape on my peg to really like see it, because it feels impossible. Do any of you guys know how to do this ride-in? Because there's not a how-to on how to do it. So it's a regular foot gyrator to stick beat. I think I gotta highlight my peg, because this is freaking challenging. Some training wheels on. The training wheels are on. Let's see what we can do now. I gotta land on that peg. That seems impossible. I don't know how they're doing it. Bro. It's like a bike flip or something. I'm wondering, like, like that's such an awkward position to go from this to. Maybe I have to pivot my foot. Oh, I think maybe that's what they do. Maybe they pivot their foot and then go on there. So maybe I should be on my toe. How do they do that? That is so weird. So I'm trying to figure this out. That's hard. Okay, I think I get it. You just gotta like cut it sharp. And I think you can like jump onto your peg. Man, this one feels like it's gonna take a long time to learn. I think I might need a free coaster. I have to like wait until I get my cranks to the perfect position. Top on the other side. $420. You still here, bro? My bad, dude. My streams have probably been pretty boring lately. I've been trying to like learn more stuff lately instead of like, you know, just doing the tricks that I already have done. I'm like in learning mode, so it probably looks very just boring to watch. So I apologize for that. But yeah, there's some. I want to learn some of these combos. Like I'm after some of these combos, but dude, they're hard, man. They make it look really easy, but there's also this other one. It's called a stubble duck. I think I just need to learn how to. Wow, that looked crazy. I need to just learn how to do a regular foot gyrator. I think that's what I'm not good at. I'm not good at the regular foot gyrator. Oh yeah, there's this squeak. I forgot there's another one. There's a squeaker no-hander. He has a flatland frame though. He's putting his knee on his stem or something. Or oh, he start. Okay. There, that's how you do it. So you put your knee on here while you do the sweep. Oh my god, I just flipped over. That's scary. I'm not good at that either. I mean, let's try the, what's it called? Switch foot gyrator to regular foot gyrator. Oh, that was so close. That one looks so easy, but it's like, I'm not good at it, so. I wonder if you could do, oh, you know what? Maybe there's a different way to do it. Here, check this one out. So what if I were to go gyrator to switch off like that? Bro, I think that could be, I haven't seen anybody do that one. I feel like I can maybe do that one better. So we go into this gyrator, switch off into it. Huh. I wonder if that's doable. Oh, that'd be crazy. You gotta do it so fast, it's hard. Huh. Oh, I did it right there.
Found another copyrighted album. It's like punk thrash stuff. Oh, somebody said something. Oh, it's you, Frank. What's up, bro? I'm just chilling. Can we see the the signature combo? I don't know which one that would really be. Let's see if I can do like the stick beat. It's kind of generally what I normally do. Darn it. I want to do a hang 5, backwards hang 10 no-handers, gyrator, half bar gyrator, no-hander. I need to practice those actually. Oh wait. Come on, wrong one. It's actually easier with a shirt on. That's pretty cool. I actually have never even listened to this album. I need to play it on a better speaker. Let's play it on this speaker. This thing ain't working. Get out of here. It's not working. Oh! We'll have to find more like metal stuff that's not copyrighted. And I'm actually going to film this one. This one is gonna be filmed because I haven't done this combo before. I like held that no-hander, dude. All right, right here. Hard. Like, it's hard with the cassette because like I have to wait for the revolution to happen and then I have to like do the no-hander. Because like with a free coaster, you can just do the no-hander, right? But with a cassette you have to wait for it. Ah! Oh, darn it. Oh, it's kind of slow, huh? I think there's this stuff that's not copyrighted either. I'm wondering, like, huh. Come on. It's hard. It's like hard because like you gotta like do the no-hander and then like right when you grab onto the thing you gotta like press the front brakes and it's just really awkward. There is one that I like held. Oh dude, I'm so close to it. Bro, that's gnarly, dude. Wow, that's actually really crazy looking. I wonder if I could land it. Do 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 do. It's a good album, man. Hopefully it's copyright free. I'm pretty sure it didn't say it was on copyright, so it's hard to find non-copyright like metal music, to be honest. A lot of it is copyrighted. Oh, he did the freaking combo I've been trying. Dang, he did it without scuffing, man. Okay, so I know this is definitely a really hard one. Terry Adams just did it. He did it without scuffing, though. That's gnarly. Wait, how is he doing it? Let's look at it. Oh, he puts his foot pretty close to the... Oh my god. Dang, that was brutal. Yerp, 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 yerp.
I think it's about time to get to the skate park.
Let's see. Philosophy of mind. skate park. Okay, let's see here. Just time to go to the skate park. Huh. Mm-hmm. All right, we out of here. I'm gonna get ready to go to the park. I guess we'll leave it on Bible verse. All the paths of the Lord are steadfast love and faithfulness for those who keep his covenant and his testimonies. Psalms 25:10. All right, we out of here, everybody. Anybody that watches the stream? Whoop. Later.